you confusing me.
Okay. Let's break it down. You said a moment ago that the government sent a message to you that they were going to basically indict you on the Rothermill case and that you were potentially looking at life. You then decided to cooperate. You remember that, right?
Right.
Okay. They had already, on this case, through the evidence, through the depositions that your attorney was at, they already believed that Hakeem was a shooter, right?
Right.
All right. So it wasn't something that you came forward and like, hey guys, let me help you understand the case. You just agreed to their narrative.
No, I didn't agree to their narrative. They asked me what the conversation was when I picked them up.
Okay, let's move on here.
Hold on. I know it's
on January 15, 2020.
Wait, where's the joint that doesn't? Fuck. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this has the microphones fucked up.
1993.
Whoa.
Strapped.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's go back to this.
And you also have a back.
Yes.
What was that?
Oh, Lil Willie, Boss Goon. Yes.
Who is he? On a nail salon.
Yes.
Got shot, correct?
Yes.
And you explained there was somebody else there that was actually also shot and...
Correct.
Now, this is the same guy that found Nipsey Hussle in California, right?
Correct.
Joey Badass, right?
Yeah.
T-Pain.
Wait, hold on. What?
At the time, Ace was signed by Cinematic, right?
Correct.
And at that time,
Johnny Shipes?
Hakeem was lucky enough to get connected with Johnny Shipes, right?
Correct.
Now, this is the same guy that found Nipsey Hussle in California, right?
Correct.
Joey Badass, right?
Yeah.
T-Pain.
Yep.
So this wasn't a small deal. This wasn't Charles McCormick's song that's out there. He had a legitimate record deal.
Right.
Now, we know from Charles McCormick that people in this diss rap and this drill rap, they will rap about things that they weren't involved in, right?
Correct.
Because you said Charles McCormick was not involved in this.
Correct.
Now, you also agree that drill rap, the type rap like the video, bang it out, that sells, right?
Yes.
And I asked you, and I think I asked you, and it was a couple years back, sells a lot better than happy rap, like Will Smith rap.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, you had hopes prior to manage Ace, right?
Yes.
But he didn't take you along.
No, he already had a manager.
And then your son gets signed in 2019, right?
Right.
He's off in California shooting a music video in December, right?
I can't remember.
He didn't bring you along either.
That ain't true, man. That's not true.
He did not agree to let you manage his career. Or is your testimony that he did? He wanted you to manage it?
Of course.
Of course not. He didn't want you to manage it?
Of course, he did.
Yet you weren't with him on any of those trips, right?
I was with him on a lot of trips.
You have no credits on any of his songs?
No, I don't want no credits on his song.
And Johnny Shipes is the one that is in the records as his manager, right?
I would assume.
So let's now talk about the day before the murder. That white car that you already let us know, you drove that white car over to the JSO property facility, right?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
Now let's talk about the motive of others. Your testimony is that Hakeem Robinson, who was not shot, who is not biologically tied to Willie Addison like you, that somehow he had more motive than the other people that were actually shot. Right?
Say that again.
We're talking about the people that would have had a motive to be upset at Charles McCormick. Okay?
Right.
All right. You, Butter and Brown, Blue, Butter, Brown, I'm going to trip over that if I say it fast. The whole thing about P Money was because you believe that he was behind Willie's murder, right?
Right.
Okay. So now Charles McCormick comes along and he's putting out a song. He's not signed to a record deal, right?
Right.
His song isn't getting any traction.
Right.
He's nowhere near the level of KSOO, Hakeem Robinson, right?
Correct.
But your testimony is that that was a motive enough for murder. That's your testimony, right?
It's this song?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's a whole list of people that would be way above him to have the motive to kill Charles McCormick, right?
Right.
You?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
You'd have no motive to kill a guy who's basically laughing about the night that you were shot.
I mean, not me. She ain't killing pro se myself.
Look, all I know is this. And I'll put this in a question. You claim that the phone that's used by the shooter, that's registered in your name, right? Oh, excuse me, Darrell Watts. Right?
Right.
And we'll get to that. You allegedly burn the clothes that Butter had on him, right?
Correct.
You break through the police perimeter to pick up Leroy Whitaker and Barner, right?
Come on, man. You exaggerating, man. You know it wasn't no police perimeter, none of that. You exaggerating now.
I'm exaggerating that there wasn't drones and helicopters overhead
How would I know that?
because you were driving to the location.
And I would see a drone in the air?
So we'll agree. All right, let's say the JSO. We'll let JSO answer the question whether they had a perimeter and they had hundreds of officers trying to find the shooter that was running through neighborhoods.
You really think I would have went through there if I seen all those police and all that? Or a drone and a helicopter and all that? You think I would have went up in there with my car registered in my name?
You don't want me to answer that question. So why don't you stick to answering my questions and not asking me them? Ooh. It's a life you live, right? You live this life in the streets, right?
Nah.
Or wait, are you telling me that you as the patriarch of the family, that basically these kids come by and say, hey, Blue, go do this?
They didn't call Leroy Whitaker daddy to go do it. They called me. They did. What if they would have called I would like to see how they would feel if they would have called somebody else to go pick somebody up. They didn't. They called me. If I would have knew something was going on, I wouldn't have never went.
All right.
Think I'm gonna go over there in my car with my phone and knowing something going on? I would like to been. If I would like to been involved in a crime, I'd like to know that I'm involved in a crime. Let me know that. Okay, it's a crime happening now. Let me know something. I was in the blind.
So you're a victim in this case, right?
I ain't gonna say I'm a victim, but I would like to know that I'm being involved in something and just ask for a ride.
All right, so then after you know about it, you're then cool with going to burn clothes.
So his idea is that, oh, my son didn't tell me he was going to clap a nigga. He kind of just made it seem like I was just picking him up. But you're the defense attorney. Well, I think it's the defense attorney for, I think this is a defense attorney. Or maybe it's a prosecutor. They're saying, well, why are you, if you weren't an accessory and you weren't a part of this crime, why were you cool to go destroy evidence?
Right?
Yeah, after I get to know about it, I was cool with that.
Yeah, what's a little bit...
Which, by the way, the reason why he would say this is he got a plea. He's going to plead guilty to accessory after the fact. But because of his cooperation, he's basically going to get out of jail like immediately.
Of a felony, destruction of evidence.
Yeah, I did it. I like Scotty. I did.
Definitely know you didn't call 911.
Right.
That conscience only grew later when you were looking at life.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's talk about Darrell Watts. There's a bunch of cell phones that are in the name of Darrell Watts, right?
Correct.
And the phone that was used. Now, it's interesting. The government, they asked you about a bunch of phone numbers, and you remembered it off.
Oh, this is either KSOO's attorney or the other guy's attorney. Oh, wow. Actually, I don't think this is KSOO's attorney. KSOO's attorney is like the one that sounds Caribbean. It's a woman. So this is the other guy's attorney.
Top of your head, right?
Yeah.
But the one that they had to tell you was 478-305-9583.
Objection, Judge.
What's the grounds?
The misstatement.
Okay. I will, of course, the jury will recall the testimony that came out from the witness stand, if you'll just ask the question of the witness.
You were asked about a bunch of phone numbers, and you were able to recite them, except for one that they told you, and you just agreed, yes. You remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
And that's 478-305-9583, right?
Right.
Now, that phone's under your dead friend's name, Darrell Watts, right?
Right.
You paid for that phone, right?
Correct.
And in December, you paid something like $1,000 that you owed on that phone and others.
Right.
So whoever it is that had that phone, the shooter, you supplied it to him.
Oh, I didn't know the shooter had the phone. I didn't know. I mean,
So, Darrell Watts was your best friend, right?
yeah.
He was murdered.
Yeah.
To this day, you are not cleared as a suspect in that case.
Objection, Judge.
Sustained. Mr. DeCoste, just ask questions, please, that are relevant.
An arrest has not been made in the murder of Darrell Watts.
Objection, Judge.
Sustained.
Now,
This dad ain't stupid, man. Trust me. He's not stupid. I'm watching him. He ain't stupid up there.
not true, or you're saying it's not, or you're saying you do want your other son to be convicted?
Ooh.
No, I'm not saying I don't.
Here we go.
I mean, if correct.
Here we go.
So, your other son, Abdul Jr., he's not here right now, right?
Correct.
Your hope, something that has been discussed, you're hoping that in exchange for your testimony here today, that
Wow.
his case would be dropped. Right?
No.
You're not hoping for that?
I mean, if it do, it's good. I mean, but I ain't. I mean, I can't say that.
So you're saying that that's not true, or you're saying it's not, or you're saying you do want your other son to be convicted?
No, I'm not saying I want him to be convicted. I'm not saying that I want him to be convicted. If they drop his case because of what I'm doing, great.
As long as you're protected, that's the most important.
So it looks like two of his sons were charged, and they're trying to see, like, are you trying to say KSOO is the bad apple? We got to sacrifice him, save me, and save my other son. Or what he's about to ask him now is, are you just in this for yourself? This is like an interesting thing, because this is a father with like two of his sons being accused.
Important thing for you, though.
When you say protected, what you mean?
The same thing that Ms. Schlax asked you. You said, well, if they drop his, well, that would be great. But your number one priority.
KSOO's name is Hakeem Robinson. Abdul is another son. I think it's Abdul Jr.
Out of all of this, is you.
I think I'm number two.
Number two.
Sir, you come in here as a two-time convicted felon. Because of these other cases, you'll be convicted at least 2 more times, right?
Right. Correct.
A lifetime of crime, right?
Objection, Judge.
Sustained.
You'll be a 4-time convicted felon. You've already spent 10 years in prison and approximately 5 in custody on this,
Correct.
for a total of about 15 years in custody.
Correct. Let's not forget about the 10 years that I was out free and no trouble.
But then you got into trouble again.
Right. I was out free from 2009 to 2020, no trouble.
I understand, but coming in here today and going back to the question, your number one objective is protecting yourself.
Of course.
One brief moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
Wow, that's a great drop mic thing. It's basically saying you're here to sacrifice both your sons as long as you are protected. If it wasn't a father-son thing or a father and 2 sons, it would look very different. It would look very different, but that's a great way to end it, to kind of show that he's going to say whatever up there to save his own ass, even if he gives up his kids. Wow. Yo, chat, this gotta be so tough. Like I know some of y'all like, yo, this guy's scum. He's testifying against his kids. Yo, this is crazy. This is a father testifying against his sons. Yeah, I'm wondering, they don't have like a camera on KSOO, but I'm wondering if KSOO's looking at his dad like just with tears in his eyes, like, yo, dad, how could you? Even if like, maybe his dad's looking at him like, no, nigga, you're wrong. You shouldn't have did that. I never told you to do that. You want me to go to jail and go sit down for you doing some dumb shit? But I know his son got to be looking at him like, yo, it's one thing if my nigga did it. It's another thing if my daddy did it. Because most sons want to be like they pops. And he's probably looking at, like, so the defendant's table is going to be over this side. I'm watching his eyes. He's not really looking over here that much, but I could be wrong. I'm wondering if he's having eye contact with his son. Damn.
Mr. Robinson, one more
He just
thing.
did. He just did. You see that? Look. Right there. Yeah, he's looking at his son right there. Damn, man. Yeah, he's looking at his son right there. That's a fact. You can see he's trying to keep forward eye contact. That's him and the person who's interrogating him. But damn, you could tell. I ain't gonna lie. When KSOO go to his cell tonight, I know he heard that his dad was gonna do this. He crying. 100%. You gotta cry. Yo, that's your pops. Your pops stood up there and they said, now granted, he can't say certain stuff, but like, your pops be like, yo, I'm just here for myself. Fuck it. Yeah, you see that look? Damn. Now he's back looking. Damn.
Mr. Robinson, one more thing.
Somebody said that. They said you could tell his dad was an enabler to the street shit. Ain't that a bitch? It be like that, right? The nigga who probably like, he kind of gaslit you a little bit to get into that life. You get into that life, and that nigga telling on you, bro.
The deal with Cinematic, that occurred right in the months before this murder, right?
Yes.
Basically, right around December, they fly him out to California. He's shooting music videos, but it's right around that time that he inked that deal.
I'm not sure. I don't remember him going out to California, so I can't say.
But you can say that that deal was inked right around that time.
Yes.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Is there any redirect?
A little bit, Judge. Yeah, police report.
Yes.
Watt's name.
Yes.
Did you give that number to Chris Brown? I'm going to show you what's in evidence. It states 187. Is that on your screen?
Let's go across.
Brown?
So Hakeem.
He getting emotional, chat.
No.
What?
He getting emotional.
Is that Chris Brown? That was shooting?
No.
What?
So Hakeem.
And you indicated a few moments ago that Hakeem's approximately 6'2".
Damn. I think they showed the video that supposedly has the murder in it, and they ask him, and he says his son. Yo, look at his face. You can tell he looks at his son too, bro. Look, you can tell he's looking at his son because the guy who's interrogating him is right here, bro. Is right here. You can tell he's looking left. He looks at his son, bro, like, damn, the final dagger, bro. He just, He did it to his son, my nigga. God damn. Fuck. Look. Here we go.
It's Hakeem.
He says Hakeem.
And you indicated
Hakeem is KSOO. Hakeem is KSOO. Damn, chat. That's the bullets. God damn.
is that Chris Brown? That was shooting?
They asked him, is that Chris? Because remember, his son's whole defense is, that's not me running with the mask. I'm taller. I don't look like that. They got a wrong person. Remember, he's the one who burnt the clothes. He burnt the clothes off the, remember, they went on a drill. They wore the clothes. They gave it to him and he burnt it. And he's testifying. They said, that video you seen of the nigga running and the shooting, you burned the clothes. You know who took that clothes off? Was that Chris Brown? That's another guy. Not Chris Brown. It's another guy. Was it Chris Brown doing all that shooting? And you know what he said?
I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it.
No.
He said, it's not Chris Brown. Who is it? Look, he look at his son, man. Yo, chat, read the Bible. You could go back to the Roman Empire, man. Before they gonna stab that knife in your back, they always gonna look you in the eye, man. They gonna look you in the eye, and you gonna see a blank stare. He looked his son in the eye right here before he said his son's name. And he delivered him up.
I've seen him do it.
He excelled.
It's Hakeem.
It's Hakeem. That's, you gotta remember, that's the name you gave your son when he came out the womb. You held him in the delivery room. You said, this is Hakeem Robinson. This was your son. This is a son that you took responsibility of because you nutted in his mom. You were supposed to lead him as a man. You were supposed to keep him out of the street, keep him out of gangs, keep him out of trouble, guide and lead him. You were supposed to be that person from he was a baby until you could realize he could be a man and he could do his thing independently. But you knew he couldn't do his thing independently because even after he murdered somebody, you still took his clothes and went to burn it. You, as a father, has failed. You took this kid as a baby. And now you understand, and they said, who is the shooter on the screen? And you said, it's Hakeem. God damn it. God damn it. Listen, I'm not here defending KSOO. What I'm saying is that this is why parenting is a great thing and like an important thing. He failed as a parent. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think good karma is going to come to him until he realizes that his failures, yeah, you could blame your son because your son is a delinquent. You raised the delinquent. You raised the killer. And you raised him to do exactly what he did. And when he did that, you try to cover up for him. When y'all got caught, you served him up to the police. And you served him up for life imprisonment that you could go home free. You a bad man.
And you indicated a few moments ago that...
See, he's looking again at his son. This shit's hurting. Look at his face, chat. This shit gotta be burning his soul.
Teams approximately 6'2". Have you ever measured him, or are you just going off what you believe?
No, I never measured.
Damn, you held that nigga as a baby. You were his father. You held him as a baby. And his whole defense is, that's not me. I'm taller than that guy. And you his father. You're on the stand saying, I know my son. I burnt his clothes. That man in that video shooting that person that did that murder, that's my son. Open and shut, chat. Grand opening, grand closing. KSOO is cooked.
As he sits here today, does Hakeem Robinson look the same as he did 5 years ago?
Yo, you can't look at his son, chat. He can't. Oh my God, you could tell. He can't look at his son for too long, chat. He can't look at his son for too long. Look.
Approximately 6'2". Have you ever measured him, or are you just going off what you believe?
No, I never measured.
As he sits here today,
Look, he's looking at him.
does Hakeem Robinson look the same as he did 5 years ago?
He's going to look back at him. See? Damn. Yo, let me tell you this, man. I don't know if y'all got kids. I know I'm probably the last. I'm latest with the kids parade. We gonna get little Akademiks Junior soon. Don't worry. Okay, the next let's put 2 years on it because we can't rush it. But chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yo, I pray to God I'm a good father. I'm pray to God that my kid don't get into nothing crazy, and I pray I could be a good example for my kid. Cause I ain't gonna lie, this shit gotta hurt. This shit gotta hurt. He looking his son in the eye. He ain't see his son in 5 years. His son been locked up. He been locked up. And he got to look at his son and who he ain't seen 5 years. And they asking him, that's him? Guarantee KSOO got his head down, bro. There's no way you could look at your dad like this, bro. There's no way you could look at. There's no way you could look. Unless KSOO's crying. It's no way. It's no way you could look at your dad in his eyes while he's looking at you, telling on you like this. No way. KSOO got to be looking down like, damn. Who said that? Mike, stop capping. You snitch on your son. Mike, I seen your comment before. You snitch on your son. This is a devious look, man. This look right here. Yo, there's tears in his eyes. I'm not trying to make this funny, but there's tears in his eyes. You could tell. But it's like, damn, like, why did you agree to do this? I'm going to tell you why I think he did agree, though, because he's a 2-time already convicted felon. I think accessory to a murder gives him, like, it's not some regular shit. Sometimes that would be like 10 to 15. I think this is like 20 for him. This would be like 20. Like, yo, you got to remember, this is Florida. Florida don't play. Florida not going to let you keep your name being in murderers all the time and you good. No way. So because he got convictions already and he back in another one, if he don't tell, he's caught. So he literally is serving up his son that he could see the outside of a jail cell. Damn, this shit's crazy.
No.
Overruled.
So they asked him, has your son appearance changed over the last 5 years as he's been incarcerated? And he looks at his son. You can tell there's water in his eyes. I don't know what KSOO doing. I wish I had like a little side screen we could see. But he basically said, nah, he don't look different. Yeah, he's looking at him. Damn.
What's that?
Does he look different today, Hakeem Robinson, than he did 5 years ago? Has
looking at him
his
again.
build changed in any way?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he look a little grown, like, you know.
So he was smaller 5 years ago?
Objection, leaving to strike.
Okay.
Yo, he's really telling on his son. Yo, he really telling on his son.
Sustained. Just rephrase your question.
Yo, look at his eyes. I don't know what KSOO is doing right now, but I could tell KSOO is hurt, my nigga. And he keep looking at him. I could tell, I don't know, maybe I'm probably, trying to put my opinion a little bit too much into this. But, I feel like he's watching his son hurt and he want to say some shit to not completely violate, but you already completely violated, so you can't do nothing. I'm telling you, KSOO's stomach is twisted up right now. Pause.
Sure. You said bigger today?
Yes.
Objection, leaving to strike.
Okay. There's no evidence to strike, so I'm not striking. It's because the attorney's questions are not evidence. Anybody's attorney's questions are not evidence, but rephrase your question without leading.
Judge, sorry, Mr. Robinson, I didn't hear your answer. When I asked you, how does he look different today, what was your response?
He like he gained a little weight.
Now, you were asked a lot of questions about the deal that Hakeem Robinson signed with Cinematic. You remember that?
Yes.
And some questions about him going to California to film a music video.
Yes.
But the Hanging Out video was filmed right here in Jacksonville, right?
Yes.
You were there for that?
Yes.
Now, are you familiar with Robinson Management, LLC?
Who?
Robinson Management, LLC. Does that sound familiar to you?
No.
Were you involved with Hakeem Robinson's cinematic endeavors to be signed?
Yes.
And were you trying to assist him with that and manage him with that?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Were you in fact in communication with people from Cinematic?
Yes.
And were you continuing to aid and assist Hakeem?
Man, his soul is hurt, man. Man, this shit fucked up, bro.
With that?
Yes.
May I approach the witness, Judge?
Yes?
Objection, Your Honor.
Contract. May I approach, Judge?
Yes?
Showing you a document. Take a look at it.
Let me go back a little bit.
I think you said earlier, but
I mean, that's been my.
That didn't happen until 2010.
Talking about the hair on his chin? What's going on? I wouldn't have never went.
10 p.m.
Nah, this shit crazy, Chad.
the day that Charles McCormick was murdered on January 15, 2020,
Sorry.
does that specific day hold any significance for you and your family?
Yes.
And why is that date significant in your mind?
It's the date that my son got killed.
Who was your son that got killed?
Willie Addison.
Is he your biological child?
No.
Do you still consider him to be your son?
Yes, I consider him to be my son.
Did Willie Addison have a nickname?
Yes.
What was that?
Lil Willie, Boss Goon,
Who was Willie Addison's mother?
Angie London.
Same as Abdul Jr.?
Yeah.
What was the age difference between Willie and Abdul Jr.?
I think about 2 years.
Before Willie Addison was killed on January 15, 2019, where was he living?
He was living with me.
And what area of town was that?
Normandy, off Normandy.
Who else was living there at the time?
Hakeem, my daughter, and Abdul Jr.
Were Abdul Jr. and Hakeem Robinson close to Willie?
Yes.
How close would you consider him?
It was pretty close.
Did they be brothers?
Yes.
Where was Willie Addison when he was actually shot on January 15, 2019?
He was in the truck with me in the passenger seat.
Were you driving?
Yes.
And so Willie was in the front passenger seat?
Yes.
Was anyone else in the vehicle?
It was like 4 more people in the vehicle.
Who were they?
Abdul Jr., Moody, my nephew, Samuel, and Pooh Red.
Is Pooh Red Torgon Williams?
Yes.
Is Torgon Williams related?
Yes.
How so?
Cousin.
Now, did Torgon and Willie have a decent relationship?
I think it was okay.
Was Torgon Williams close to your son Abdul Robinson Jr.?
Yes.
How was Torgon's relationship with Hakeem Robinson?
Well, they had a pretty good relationship.
Now, when Willie Addison was shot, was anyone else inside the vehicle hurt as well,
Everybody.
including you?
Yes.
After everyone was shot, what did you do?
Well, I drove to the hospital, and as I was driving, I could, hear, I could hear Willie making this guggling noise, and I hold his hand while I was driving, because I didn't want him to feel like he died alone. And I drove to Memorial Hospital, and when we got to the hospital, I got everybody out the car while I was shot and helped everybody get, inside the hospital, because it was like people at the hospital really didn't want to help us.
Where were you shot?
In the back.
Where in the vehicle was Abdul Jr. seated?
In the middle row.
Was he shot?
Yes.
Where was Abdul Jr. shot?
In the head.
Did he almost die?
Yes. I think he did die, but he, came back.
What about your nephew? You said Sammy. Was he hurt?
Yeah.
How was he hurt?
Well, he got shot about 7 times. He's paralyzed right now.
And Torgon was shot
Yes.
multiple times?
Yes.
How long did Abdul Jr., since he was shot in the head, how long did he remain in the hospital?
He stayed in the hospital about 3 or 4 months.
After Abdul Jr. got out of the hospital, was he still physically affected by his injuries?
Yes, he had to learn how to, he had to basically learn how to do everything all over again.
Walk again?
Walk again, talk again, everything. We had to go to Brooks therapy.
Did you help Abdul Jr. as he recovered?
God damn, Chad. I ain't gonna cap with you. This is one of them things that, like, when it comes to, like, even covering shit like this, it's important to also cover this side of it. Because you listen to these cap-ass rappers, man, they just be acting like they be killing 3 million people, whatever. Man, this is a real account, man. I mean, of course, we're always going to sit here and judge a man who's telling on his son. But we're listening to him talk about people dying in front of him, like all these type of things. It's a lot of trauma, man. Yeah, none of that shit is worth it. Again, hopefully, maybe this gives you a little insight of why he's doing what he's doing. Maybe not.
Yes, I did.
Was Abdul Jr. Affected mentally by the shooting?
Yes.
How so?
I think it made him more angry. Like, I don't know if bipolar like was be the right word to use, but it made him it changed his mood swing.
Now, Hakeem Robinson was not in the vehicle when the shooting happened, correct?
No.
How was he affected mentally by Abdul Jr. and his family members being hurt?
Objection, speculation, personal knowledge.
Yeah, unless he has personal knowledge, I'll sustain that objection.
Do you have personal knowledge as to how Hakeem Robinson was feeling after this happened?
Yeah.
Is that because he was living with you?
Yes.
How was Hakeem Robinson after this?
I mean, he was angry about it. I mean, we was all angry about it.
To the best of your knowledge, was Charles McCormick involved in the shooting of Willie Addison or anyone else in that vehicle, personally?
No.
After Willie Addison was killed,
Charles McCormick is a nigga that KSOO killed. So the DA is trying to establish, okay, so KSOO's family got shot up, including you. You got shot, his other brother got shot, and somebody who was almost like, she was the kid of a girl that he was fucking with, so it's almost like a stepchild, got killed. He called that kid his basically his kid. He said that person died. You were mad. He says, yes, I was mad because he got shot in the back. And he says, well, KSOO was mad too, right? He's like, yeah, KSOO was mad. So they're asking the nigga that you and also KSOO's on trial for killing. Is that nigga the one who killed the person for y'all? And the dad is saying, nah. Which goes into the DA's theory that KSOO just a killer. It's not like they were just, some revenge killing, like, oh, you killed this person, we killing you. They said, nah, they ain't nothing to do with it. It's like, yeah, we went through some shit, but.
did Charles McCormick put out a song that personally upset you and your family?
Yes.
And what's a diss song or a diss track?
Oh, it's when you talk about somebody, somebody's dead.
Is that what Charles McCormick's song did?
Yes.
And who did it reference that upset you and your family?
He talked about Willie.
How did you find out about that song?
Social media.
Did you personally find it, or did someone point it out to you?
No, my son showed it to me.
Which one?
Both of them.
And that would be?
Kareem and Hakeem.
Abdul Jr. and Hakeem Robinson?
Yes.
Did Abdul Jr. or Hakeem Robinson, either one, talk about the song?
I mean, yeah, they didn't like it.
Wow. More testimony here.
Leading up to January 15th, 2020.
This is where he identifies KSOO as a killer.
Hakeem Robinson was living with you.
Yes.
And so you would see him on a daily basis?
Yes.
And as you have testified to, he's your biological son.
Yes.
Hakeem is KSOO.
And did you also see him after January 15, 2020?
Yes.
And when he was living with you in your home, did you become familiar with some of the clothing that he owned?
Yes.
See the types of clothing that he would wear?
Yes.
See him as he...
Okay, you'll rephrase your questions.
Did you ever see him walking about the house?
Yes.
Did you see him in music videos?
Yes.
All right. Are you familiar with the way he moves?
Yes.
Are you familiar with, or 5 years ago, were you familiar with the way his build was, his physical characteristics?
Yes.
And after January 15, 2020, you became aware of a video recording that captured the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you've had an opportunity during the pendency of your case and the discovery to see that recording.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Did you, when you viewed that?
Chat, I know y'all won't call this guy a rat. This shit cutting him up, bro. I'm telling you, it's cutting. Bro, I can see, the eyes never lies, chat. It's cutting him up. Just look at his face. You know what time it is. He gotta ID his son as a shooter. It's cutting him up though.
Recording, recognize the person depicted in it.
Yes.
Who is
Cutting him up, chat.
the person that was captured on the video recording shooting?
By the way, KSOO's whole case or his whole defense is that's not me on the tape, whatever, but they got his dad now being asked, who you think is on the tape doing that? Here we go.
Charles McCormick.
My son.
Yo, chat, this is one for the ages, bro. Bro, he couldn't even look up when he said that, man. Yo, 50 right now writing the script. Him and his writers writing the script for Stars or something. This shit cut deep, bro. Somebody said, "Ak, you were telling on your son?" No. First of all, I would have been this on my son. Like, my son not getting in the streets. That's a fact. Let me tell you, I keep telling y'all, you spare the rod or you spoil the child. My son can't get in those streets. Facts. Not happening. But again, lackadaisical parenting, you letting your son lead, do whatever you want to do while he living in your house. You also encouraging certain type of like, bro, look at this thing. You think this nigga was not down with no gangsterism, my nigga? Like, let's be honest. That's the thing I kind of look at him weird. It's not like he was not down with no gangsterism, bro. Are you listening to the whole, like, y'all got to go watch the whole, like, he testified for like mad hours today. He down with gangster shit too. He's just not a murderer. That's the thing. His son, he's a street nigga too. He just not a murderer. But when you down with street shit and your son is looking up to you, your son is like, I'm gonna be, listen, I looked up, my dad was a principal. I always want to be better than my dad, even to this day. I'm like, I hope whatever my dad did, my dad passed away, by the way. Whatever my dad did in his lifetime, my dad he was a great man. He was in Jamaica. I want to be greater than him. If your dad's a street nigga, you want to be greater than him. So now, when you a street nigga and your son say, well, I'm going to be the nigga who going to lay shit down, nigga, that's on you. So don't, like, stop with this other bullshit y'all talking about. His dad was in a lifestyle and his son, yo, I'm telling you, this is importance of a father and a son's life. Your son want to be greater than you. Your son want to live up to whatever you are. So this whole shit where, no, his son seen him move around the streets and want to be that. He don't want to be pussy. He don't want to be nothing. It's the reason why niggas have sons. Your son come home saying he just got beat up or bullied. You gonna send him back. Yo, son, I'm about to, like, that's how I'm gonna raise my son. Man, you come here, like, man, that nigga bullying you in school, man, go there and punch that nigga straight in the shit. Go handle your business. But you a street nigga, now your son he's just on a different type of timing. The era he's in, they don't look at murderers as nothing. So your son gonna lay some shit down. So your son try to take after you, but he extreme. He went crazier than you. He murder a nigga. You try to help him cover it up, and you sacrifice him. That's all I'm trying to say.
My son.
What's your son's name?
Damn.
King.
Yo, the government, when the government got you by the balls, they don't want pre-cum. They want the whole load. Pause. You see, this is the government don't want, no, you snitching, you gonna snitch all the way. They don't want pre-cum, nigga. They want the whole load. Look, who on that tape? Is it that nigga? It's my son. What's your son name, nigga? Watch. He
That
emotional.
was captured on the video recording.
Who the person?
Charles McCormick.
My son.
What's your son's name?
King.
What's the last name, nigga?
After the murder of Charles McCormick, did you become aware of a post on Hakeem Robinson's Instagram account referencing something that happened?
Yes.
And was that posted from a nail salon?
Yes.
And after seeing that post, did you reach out to Hakeem Robinson, your son?
Yes.
And what did you want him to do?
I want him to remove the post.
are you aware of any other posts Hakeem Robinson made to his social media around that time that concerns you?
Chat,
Yes.
I want to make this story make sense for y'all because I know this is like you got to go watch like 10 Trap Lord videos to go get this. Chat, check this out. Check this out. So what happened was KSOO's dad, the nigga who testifying, got shot in the back. KSOO's brother, Abdul, got shot in the head. And the other person who was basically a stepchild from the girl that KSOO's dad was dealing with got killed. They shot the whole car up. They tried to switch cheese niggas. KSOO, he's just like that. He said, I bet. They said the whole family was tight. It's get back time. It's get back gang. They go to try to get back, and the person they murder is a nigga named Charles McCormick. Jacksonville man killed in mass shooting was aspiring rapper. So this is where KSOO went to slide 6 years ago.
From the sister of the man killed in yesterday's mass shooting in Spring Park.
There we go.
But when I think about it,
That's the nigga they clapped. Remember, KSOO is sliding because they just killed his stepbrother basically, and they shot his brother and his dad, which this is the disgusting part about it all. KSOO is sliding for his pops. His pops who testifying got shot in the back. KSOO is like, oh, all right. Everybody gotta die. He's sliding for his brother, his pops, and his stepbrother. Niggas gotta get laid down. He go do the sliding. His dad seemingly was kind of with it because he tried to burn the clothes. But when the cops catch up, his dad said, I ain't do shit. That's who did it. That's my son. He did it. This is nasty work, chat. Listen to what happened. This is when KSOO went to slide.
would I be without my guns?
This is 25-year-old Willie Addison's music video. His sister tells News4Jax he was a rapper, not a gang member.
Oh, never mind. No. Okay, this is the wrong video. This is the stepbrother that got killed. So this is what he was with KSOO. So remember the dad said he was kind of like holding him while he was driving because he didn't want him to die alone. So Willie Addison is like the stepbrother type shit.
Friends say Addison, his father, and brother were among 6 shot early yesterday morning, leaving the Paradise Gentlemen's Club on Bay Meadows Road. Sources tell News4Jax there was a birthday party held there, and Addison was performing. News4Jax.
Okay, so they performed. Remember, KSOO wasn't there.
Reporter Destiny McKeever is live from Memorial Hospital, where victims of the shooting are still recovering there. Destiny.
Many of those victims just getting out of surgery this morning. The family members telling me they are expected to make a full recovery. Unfortunately, Willie Addison did not. He died of his injuries, and his family and friends tell me he did not deserve to be shot.
I've been posted on the fire with Dan, and we get money.
In this music video, you can see Willie Addison, an aspiring 25-year-old rapper, in the moments leading to his death. Addison was.
So this is KSOO's stepbrother. Remember, he got killed. KSOO dad got shot in the back, and KSOO brother Abdul got shot in the head. That's why KSOO slid on them niggas.
Performing at the Paradise Gentlemen's Club Wednesday morning, just after 2 a.m. when this video was taken. Soon after, he was shot inside of a silver Chevy Tahoe, carrying 5 other people. Those 5 including Addison's father, brother, and friends, according to a family friend. They're all expected to survive.
The first thing that went through my head was, why would anybody want to hurt Willie? Like, everyone loved him. He was a people person.
We spoke with a friend of Addison's who didn't want to reveal her identity for safety reasons. She says Addison was just getting out of prison. He served a 6-year sentence for burglary and perjury. She says he was turning his life around and focused on his music.
He was an up-and-coming artist. he was always rapping and making songs. What he loved to do was he loved to freestyle. That's what he did.
In a statement, Addison's sister tells News4 Jax Willie was not and is not a gang member. Willie was a rapper who spoke to people, so don't get confused with him being a statistic or a product of his environment. Police have said they believe the victims were targeted. They range in age from 20s to 40s. No names aside from Addison's have been released. And police are asking for information from those who attended the Paradise Gentlemen's Club that night, or if you were along I-95 North leaving the club and you saw what happened, please contact police or Crime Stoppers immediately. Reporting live from Memorial Hospital tonight, I'm Destiny McKeever, Channel 4, the local station.
Okay, let's look up Charles McCormick. Okay, so that's what happened, and then this is KSOO supposedly sliding, but this is court shit though.
For the first time, we're now hearing from witnesses in court as the Jacksonville rapper known as KSOO stands trial for murder. That rapper, whose real name is Hakeem Robinson, standing trial with his cousin and co-defendant Leroy Whitaker Jr.
The two men are accused in the deadly shooting of Charles McCormick. News4Jax reporter Brianna Brownlee joining us live from the courthouse, where prosecutors, Brianna, called 3 key witnesses today.
Yes, it was an intense first day of testimony as the state called several witnesses who say they saw the shooter. However, the defense is questioning if the description matches their client.
Girl, where's Charles? Was it Charles?
It was a frantic call for help made as bullets tore through a Jacksonville shopping center.
They shot Charles McCormick.
The caller, who can't be identified, told the court Charles McCormick, also known as Lil Buck, had just left her job after being hired. Despite the moment of chaos, the caller caught a glimpse of the alleged shooter.
He has a black mask on. He has on a skull cap. He's running across the parking lot.
I see that vehicle just pop out and it's gunning it.
Minutes later, off-duty JSO Officer Collins, another state witness, testified he saw a silver Nissan speed away from the scene. He followed the car, later identifying a man in all black getting out and possibly holding a rifle. But the defense says neither witness could actually see the shooter's face and questions their descriptions.
He described him as slender, 5'5" to 5'8" in height, wearing a black and gray hoodie and black sweatpants. He shrunk an inch.
I don't even remember what our conversation was. Did I write that?
Defense attorneys argue that their client, Hakeem Robinson, stands well over 6 feet, while multiple witnesses estimated the gunman was much shorter. Another woman testified 2 men believed to be connected to the shooting burst into her home after the crime. She identified Dominique Bonner, now a state witness, but says she never saw the other man's face, who prosecutors say is Leroy Whitaker Jr.
I want fairness.
Leroy's father was in court Thursday, as well as the families of Robinson and Charles McCormick. McCormick's family didn't want to speak, but Whitaker's father spoke on behalf of the Whitaker and Robinson families. He says in any case, he wants people to be held accountable, but he wants to see evidence.
We're just going to wait for the outcome and see how it's going to be. I'm going to keep my head up and my chest out.
Wow. This is the cop talking about chasing.
So at no time.
Okay. Anyway, this is the father back here.
What was that?
It was another post of dude Lil Buck.
What did you see?
It was just the emojis on the bottom of it that said bye bye bye.
Say it again.
It was the emojis, the hand emojis saying bye bye.
Wow.
2020, prior to the murder of Charles McCormick, were you aware of what was going to happen to him that day?
No.
Did you participate in any of the planning of the murder of Charles McCormick?
No.
Were you present when Charles McCormick was murdered?
No.
Did you know that was going to happen before it happened?
No.
When did you find out Charles McCormick was going to be murdered? Or, excuse me, when did you find out Charles McCormick had been murdered?
After I picked up Scotty and Butter.
So that would be Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Barner.
Yes.
You indicated you picked them up. How did you know that they needed a ride on January 15, 2020?
My son called me and asked me to go give Scotty a ride.
Which son?
Kareem.
Abdul Jr.?
Yes.
Do you recall what Abdul Jr.'s phone number was that he communicated with you on that day?
I think it's 904 624 3694 84.
3684?
Yeah.
Do you recall what your phone number was back on January 15, 2020?
904 866 2370.
Now, sitting here today, you realize that you are testifying against not only co-defendants, but family members.
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
Well, I have a number of reasons.
Wow. Why?
What are they?
I got some health issues. I got 2 6-year-olds and an 8-year-old daughter.
Wow.
And when my 8-year-old daughter asked me when I'm gonna come take her to the daddy-daughter dance.
Objection, hearsay relevance.
Overruled.
You can answer.
When she asked me over each year when I'm gonna come take her there, and I keep letting her down. Then my 6-year-old son, when he asked me if I'm gonna come to his football games, come take him fishing. My other 6-year-old, he asked me when I'm gonna come see him, when he begging me, please come see me, daddy. He wanna teach me how to play the game, but he don't know where I'm at. Things like that. My health issues.
What health issues do you have?
I have diabetic. I'm diabetic. I'm on high blood pressure. I suffer from congestive heart failure. I just found out June 25th that my kidneys is failing rapidly.
Has becoming a witness in this case negatively impacted your relationship with your entire family?
Well, I really don't have no more relationship with my family besides one person.
So a part of your family completely cut you out?
Yeah.
When people know that you're cooperating, does that make it easier or harder for you when you're incarcerated?
Well, it make it harder for me.
What about when you get out?
Extremely harder.
Is cooperating in this case something that is easy for you to do?
No, this is the most hardest decision I've ever had to make in my life.
Wow.
I can tell by the expression on your face you know exactly what that's from. That you understand your rights as I've read them.
Is that the nigga who snitched on him? Oh yeah. Yo, it's so crazy. There's so much of a paper trail. This is 2 years ago, or actually, this is in 2020. Look. On March 19, 2020, this is when they convinced this nigga to start snitching. And look how he looks. Look how he looks in 5 years. He got hair now. He looked darker here. What the fuck? He got a tan in jail? Oh, hell no. He looks light-skinned here. Look darker hair. What the hell? What the helly? So this is when he agreed to snitch.
And it's not like a admission of guilt or anything. It's just saying you understand your rights. So, we're going to start this interview a little differently than normal. I ain't going to ask you a question, I just want you to listen. The speaker's over here. Oh, the speaker's right here. Just listen. Alright, I can tell by the expression on your face you know exactly where that's from. Okay. I'm here to talk to you about the murder of Charles McCormick. It's a recording. It goes on for like that for about an hour, about 2 hours.
Somebody wore a wire on me?
Said somebody wore a wire on me. You know they're gonna lie to you now.
Alright, before you get all upset, here's what it is, man. I know you're not my fucking shooter. At the end of the day, the only person I care about is my fucking shooter, okay?
Oh man, they set this boy up. Hey, we already got you. Gang, we got you, gang. But I don't care about you. It's like when the cops pull you over, be like, wait, you just have like a little bit of coke? Nah, we don't care about a little bit of coke. We care about the kilos. Just tell us about the kilo. No, you good. Nah, we good. Anytime a cop tell you, nah, we don't care about this, they care about it. Nah, we don't care about you. You ain't a shooter. We just care about the shooter. He bent up. Yo, a nigga wore a wall on me, man. Nah, we don't care about you. You good, gang? Nah, by the way, he caught the same charge as them. He caught the same murder charge. This is their way to flip him. Nah, we don't care about you. We want a shooter. Shooter.
Now, me and you both know, like I said, you're not my shooter, right? But I know you know exactly who is.
Me and you both know you ain't the shooter, but you know who exactly is. I ain't gonna lie to you. KSOO, I don't even know why you took this shit to trial. Nigga, they ain't even, I ain't even gonna cap with you. They're already breaking this nigga, and they ain't even bring no McDonald's, no Chick-fil-A. Nigga, they ain't even bring some Ruth Chris in the building. Gang, KSOO, why'd you take this to trial? This boy's already telling there's no food on the table. He didn't even get a fountain soda. He didn't even get that strawberry lemonade. Chat. You heard what Gunner said? You heard what Gunner said? You heard what Gunner said?
Give me some McDonald's.
Give me some McDonald's. And we might be able to talk.
Give me some McDonald's. When you come back, I might remember something.
I might. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There's no food on the table. Chat, what we doing?
Now let's call it what it is.
Oh, look at this. You see,
Like you said,
you know what's so funny? This nigga, he probably got a raise after. He could tell he breaking him. He like looking around, he scratching his head. Yo, you could tell this must be his first crime. Like, he not even popping it like, man, I don't know what y'all niggas talking about, man. Listen, where my lawyer at? He not doing none of that. He's just on some like, wait, niggas wearing wires? Wait, what?
several times in your jail calls, I was gang, I ain't a regular nigga. But guess you still stuck in here. I've heard you say that. You said that.
What I said?
You said, I'm not a regular nigga, I'm gang. Like, y'all supposed to come get me first out. First day, before I even hit that door, you're supposed to come get me. Guess what? You've been, how long? It's been January 15th since we had you?
I don't remember saying I'm gang, though.
It's semantics, neither here nor there. But those supposed to be your homeboys, right? You've been sitting there.
One of them is.
But you've been sitting in here for how long, dog?
About 2 months.
I shit you not. I look at someone's Instagram every day. They spend enough money on chains to fucking mod you out, but you still sitting in here.
Well, I don't know him, though.
That's fine. That's fair. But you know his brother, and I'm pretty sure you know a bunch of them.
Not personally, though.
All right. So I'm here to talk to you about the murder that happened right there at 7001 Merrill Road. So this is literally going to be your one chance to tell me exactly what happened. I've already listened to this, and I've had this deciphered. I've had this audio changed. Well, not changed. I've had it enhanced to hear everything you said. So, the floor is yours, that being said.
Huh?
The floor is yours. That means it's your time to talk. I can blame
I can't ask who.
So, the KSOO trial has started, and it's not looking that good for KSOO. His dad is testifying against him and his cousin. A lot of things are going left. We aren't surprised that this is how it's going. We all knew that KSOO's father would testify against him. Man, KSOO is like a Tay-K in my opinion. Like, KSOO's music is basically all self-snitching. Like, KSOO tells real events in all his music and explains it, and then says he's innocent afterwards. So KSOO's cooked. He's probably gonna get life, probably not the death penalty, probably life in prison. It was fun while it lasted. Scotty ATK2, but all we could do is pray for this young man. Hope everything gets better. It's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.